Hello friends, welcome to Tech Plus Lab, and today we are going to take a look at an airmouse called Mx3. It got backlit and voice control, and it got pretty cheap. I hope it's a good value for money, but let's check that out. Here are the basic features and functions. It lists on the back. It's made in China, obviously. Showcasing of the functions, I guess. Just nothing unusual here. Let's move. I hope I could unbox this in one hand because I'm holding my phone on the other. And by the way, this video will be a bit shaky because I'm using my mobile phone to record this video. Just I want to be quick. Let me get this out of the packaging. And here's the actual remote control. Everything is here, from button labeling, explanation to operating instructions and everything. And here is the dongle. It's very tiny. You can't really see it if you insert into your TV box. It's small, just like any other Wi-Fi dongle. It's really good though. Quality-wise, it may not be that great, but I don't expect it to be exceptional for this price tag. But it is good. Sorry for the shaky video once again. Here is the keyboard. We'll go through it in detail later on, but here is a quick look. It looks good. Actually, it looks better on the camera than in real life. Oh, it's not like it looked bad in real life, but here the keys are well detailed and the plastic quality is good. It's not exceptional, as I told you. For the price, it is good. And the buttons feel really good. For the tactile feel that people look for, this is a good one, and they do really feel good. It's not like mushy or anything. But there is a small thing with the D-pad. I'll show you later in this video. Keep watching. And here is side of the remote. It looks quite good. Actually, it feels good in the hand, especially if you have a big hand like mine. It feels good. But there is a chance of hitting one button on the back side. It's not many, but when you're actually hitting one button, this back button, there is a chance that you would press the back button on the back. Maybe it depends on how you hold the remote. Maybe it's just for me, but just mentioning it, maybe you would like to know. And here is a slot for the batteries. I just removed it by hand. It's really hard to remove, so you just push it out, but you need a little bit of force. You can't just pull this thing inside, push this thing inside with single hand. So just wish I had a tripod nearby. I just can't find it right now. Okay, forgive me for that. And here are the batteries. Let me just insert them, and they were good and settled. So I'll close the flap. I'll try to push it on camera, but I think I can't. No way, I can't really do that right now. So yeah, let me do that. And let's see, the light blinks, which is a good sign that the remote is working. Here is the dongle. Let's take a closer look at it. It's good, but the plastic is cheap and you could probably see the circuit through the holes. It's not really top of the level, but it is good one. I can't say it's bad, especially for the price. It is good, and it will last long. I hope, because we won't be pulling it out and putting it in to the slot as many times as we would do with any other USB devices. And most probably, I hope most of you guys will plug it in and leave it in there, so it's not really a big issue at all. And here is the IR indicator, which is covered in the black plastic. It's a good way to cover the IR blaster. The tactile feel of these buttons is on par with any other basic Bluetooth or Wi-Fi keyboard, but sometimes it feels better. However, the spacebar is a little less tactile, maybe because they used the same single button over this big top button. Maybe, I don't know, I just think so. Here is the backlit function, and it has this really subtle lighting up of effect, which is delayed by maybe half a second or something, but it is quite good. But here I want to show you how the d-pad is on the thing. Every other button is good, but the d-pad makes a lot of noise when you move it like this. It's just shows that it's not of great quality, but it's okay, I guess. For the it won't last quite long as the other keys, but it will be okay, I guess, for quite some time. And for the price, overall it's okay. For the price, I would say it's not good. I just want to mention that the d-pad quality isn't as good as the ones that you would get on G30 or some other remotes. They have limited functionality, but the quality is good with those. If you want only quality, you may want to go with that remote. Here I have plugged in that mini adapter into the HK1 play box. Whichever the box you have is fine, just I have that one, so I plugged into it for testing. And the mouse is good. I haven't adjusted the sensitivity yet. You could do that with the combination of two keys, and it's quite simple. It's all mentioned in the user manual. If you want, you could just go ahead and check that out. And it feels good. The mouse is good, and on the bigger screens it feels like a little bit of, it's just not usual thing to do, but it is good and way better than having the IR remote that you usually use with your box, the one that comes with your box. Well, here I'm testing the remote control with a little bit of other functionality, and here is the best part. When you just tilt your remote over, the cursor already stops where it is and it resumes when you flip the remote over. This functionality is very useful because you don't want accidental clicks or moving your cursor wherever you want when you're using the keyboard. It is quite good. It is the best function of this remote, and I think every remote should equip this function. Let's head over to Play Store now and check out some cool stuff. And here I'm doing a little bit of typing test here, and yeah, the typing does work quite well, and there isn't much of a delay. I'm just pressing some random letters. Don't watch out for what I'm pressing here. And yes, there is absolutely no delay up here. It works fantastic. I would simply rate it a 4 out of 5 based on this keyboard alone. It's good. And there is one more thing that I want to mention, that this does support voice and it triggers voice quite quickly. Hello. But one thing to watch out for is there is an option whether you can select it with voice or without voice. So be careful while selecting the product when you're purchasing. I leave the links in the description as usual. You could go ahead and check them out. So now let's see how to pair this thing with the actual TV remote so that you can control your TV with the IR functions built into this remote. Now it has 5 programmable buttons, but I would call it only 4 because power key can be either for your TV or for the setup box. It can be used for both. So I'd say only 4 buttons are programmable. Step 1 is just to check your batteries. Step 2 is to place the air blasters each other with minimum distance, and step 3 is to press the TV button on your Wi-Fi remote for 3 to 5 seconds. The LED indicator will flash slowly, and then you need to go to step 4, which is to press the power button or any other button that you want to program on your TV remote, and then press the button on the Wi-Fi remote. Once it saves that, it'll stop blinking, and then now it actually reads the signal, and to save it you need to press the TV button once again on the Wi-Fi remote. Yeah, this is a bit confusing, so I'll just explain it with the video. So here is the remote. I checked for the batteries. I held the TV button for 3 seconds and the light started blinking. Now we have to go to the remote and press the successive button. I want to program the power button, so I press the power button. Once it successfully reads it, it just stops blinking, which means it registered the key. Now you need to press the power button to actually register the key. It reads the key and you need to register it with the key. So in this instant I just pressed my power key on my remote, and then to save this you need to once again press the TV button on your remote. Now you have to repeat all these steps for your actual remote, all the buttons that you want to program. Now we have explored all the functions that it has, well, at least most of the useful functions I would say. And now it's time to evaluate the pros and cons and whether I would recommend this remote to any users or not. Well, first of all, let's talk about the cons. Number one con that I am really bothered about is the fact that it has only 4 programmable buttons and especially no extra button for power. Yeah, if you use it for power button and you want to program the power key on other remote, then you're left with only 3 programmable buttons, which may be okay for some users, but for users like me it's nowhere sufficient. At least adding 4 more programmable buttons would be a good thing. Now the second con is the D-pad. It's not up to the mark at all, I would say, but it's not really a big issue for the price, but I can't just ignore it. Now the third negative point with this thing is that the search button does not work on the keyboard, which is the enter key on this remote button. It does not work properly. You hit it, you actually in Play Store search bar it registers as Q, and in some other applications it does not register the key, and in some other applications it again registers as Q. So overall this is a very important button to work, because otherwise you need to flip your remote over, select with the cursor, and then hit the search icon on the search bar, or go to the keyboard and hit the next button with OK. It's not okay at all. This function is to be mentioned for you guys, so it's not a big thing, but it's worth mentioning for sure. And fourth point worth mentioning is that it does not come with a built-in battery, so you need to always have a AAA batteries on hand, otherwise it'll be a problem. But you need to pay about $5 or $6 more for the basic version of remote that comes with a rechargeable battery. So I guess that's not a big problem for some people, but if you're into rechargeable battery stuff, just charge and use kind of man, maybe you want to check out the other options available. But remember, this has a lot of functionality. And the last con is the quality. It's though very good for the price. I would say this is not on par with the other remotes like G30 in case of plastic that is used in making this. Maybe it's a little bit expensive to make this big of a remote compared to the size of the remote of others, because they have limited functionality. The remotes were smaller and maybe comfortable in some small hands, but for me this is more comfortable that comes in a Pro. But the quality of plastic can be improved. It's not a major issue again. There weren't any major flaws with this remote, but one major flaw I think is only that it has very limited programmable IR keys. Now starting with the pros of it, it's very good for big hands. It has a backlit which is quite useful and reliable, I would say, and it has a full keyboard, numpad, and every key that you would expect on a basic remote, and the cursor function works extremely fine. Overall, I would say this is an excellent remote for the price. If you could come over with those cons that I mentioned, and I hope I did mention everything that I found till date. If I find anything else, I'll probably leave it in the comment section. If there are enough things to mention about this remote, I'll probably do another video if required. And if you guys do have any doubts or you'd like to know something about this remote, please leave that in the comment section. I'll try to address it as soon as possible. And thank you very much for watching this video. Please hit the like and subscribe if you do like and subscribe. If you don't like, hit the dislike button, but try to mention why you hate the video so that I can improve my upcoming videos. Thank you very much for watching once again. Bye.